all you will bloom.
Lift up a little higher, Mikey.
Kim's favorite flower is the lotus flower. And just as peculiar and distinctive as the lotus flower is, so is Kim. And one of the characteristics of the lotus flower is where it is grown and how it's grown. It's grown in a pond with murky and muddy waters, and the murky and muddy waters are conducive to the growth of the lotus flower. It has to be placed in that type of water and in that type of setting in order for it to bloom and become as beautiful as it does. And when you look at the water where the lotus flower is, you would never think that something so beautiful and something so radiant could come from such a murky and muddy place. But it has to be in this murky and muddy place in order for it to be as beautiful as it is. It's just like in the scriptures where it says, what good thing could come out of Nazareth? You know, Nazareth was the hood. So what really could come out of such a awesome or awful place, I should say? And just like the lotus flower, it comes through and it blooms in spite of the murky, in spite of the muddy. And so in a few minutes, what's going to happen is there's going to be a pronouncement made. And the pronouncement that the pastor is going to say that by the power invested in me, according to the state of. And so just like the lotus flower, there's going to be a pronouncement made through the hurt and through the disappointments and through all of the things that go through in our growth and go through when we have to be in certain places where we think we're not going to survive. Because when you look at the lotus flower is in a place where it looks like it's not going to survive. It doesn't look like it's going to grow. It doesn't look like it's going to bloom. It doesn't look like it's going to come out and be as beautiful as it is. But after it goes through all of its process, and after it goes through all of the muddiness, and after it comes through all of the murkiness, just like in a few minutes a pronouncement is going to be made, there's going to be a pronouncement that's going to be made for some of you. Because some of you, just like Kim, are like the lotus flower. You had to be grown and you had to be put in a place where only you could survive. Everybody can't be where the lotus flower was. Everybody can't go through the process of the lotus flower. Everybody can't be in the place and grow like the lotus flower did. But you've been through some challenges yourselves. You've been through some things. You thought that you wouldn't make it. You thought you wouldn't survive. You thought you couldn't take it. But now here you are. And in a few minutes, a pronouncement is going to be made. And the pronouncement is going to be that you're healed. The pronouncement is going to be that you're restored. The pronouncement is going to be to go forth in joy and go forth in peace and love and live life. Live life. One of the things about the lotus flower is that even though as it sheds its flowers, it can reproduce. And it can reproduce in storms. It can reproduce in situations and circumstances where it looks like nothing can be produced. And so go forth today, lotus flower. Go forth today, sacred lotus flower, and bloom. Even when it looks like you can't produce, you will. Even when it looks like you're shedding all of your beauty, you'll reproduce again. Sacred lotus flower.
That's beautiful. Every time we hear it, right, Kel?
Amen.